Hi, this short tutorial is related to a recent bug report on KVR audio forums. It was around July, I think. One person reported that in Reaper, when you set loop points, BlueARP behaves in weird and strange ways, and step kind of jumps randomly and it gets messed up. So I did some investigation. I think I could reproduce the problem. And the reason for that is that for some reason, I don't remember why, when I'm calculating the internal step for BlueARP, I take loop positions reported by host into account. And now I checked FL, I checked Reaper, and it's no longer necessary. I think it was just some years ago FL Studio gave the wrong song position, and I had to add kind of loop start point to that position to get correct results. Now it's no longer necessary, so I'm just looking at, I tried to remove this reference and it worked okay. And also I did some adjustments in clock, kind of internal clock logic for BlueARP, and I want to explain what I did and how it works now. I hope it will be better than it was. So basically what was restart on, it's now called clock mode. I think it's kind of most self-explanatory, and it has 4 options. Song position, what was restart on beat, restart on key, restart on first key. This is this works just the same way as it was. And restart and play, I'll explain it a little bit further. At first, the default mode is clock mode song position. Kind of BlueARP step is hardwired to the host position, to position reported by host. And important thing, if you want to check how it works, look at these labels like external position and internal position. Basically, external is what reported by host, and internal is kind of the reference position for the BlueARP engine. And when we are in this clock mode song position, they should be always equal. So here I have kind of the basic 6 and steps pattern, and I have a loop point here. I have some gaps here. So basically, let's see how it works. It will go to this point, that will enter the loop, and these both positions should be the same all the way. Let's check it. And you see this step jumping in a weird way because it kind of takes song position as a reference. And if I move them, for example, they will jump between another kind of step numbers. And these two are always equal. So yeah. Next thing is restart on key. Nothing will happen since none of the keys are pressed, but since one is pressed, the ARP will start running, and here is the gap between the patterns. The ARP will stay idle. And here the difference, external position is kind of song position from host, and internal it always restarts when kind of the new pattern starts. Restart on the first key, basically the same, but since the first key is hit, the arpeggiator will continue running until you stop the playback. So here ARP will not go idle, it will continue advancing through the steps. Yeah, and now last but not least, restart and play, or kind of restart and playback start, but I have a limited space here, I cannot write long things, so it's restart and play. And basically when you hit play, the internal counter will start counting. And now, since I started playback from the very beginning, they're both equal, but if I shift my playback start position kind of to 2 beats further, so you'll see there will be a difference of 2 beats between these positions. Yeah, and another interesting thing, in all modes except the first one, so in all these 3 modes, which are restart and something, when playback enters into the loop and the loop jumps back, the internal counter will continue counting. It will not revert back to the previous position, so it will continue counting. So we see now 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. So we enter the loop. Here it jumps back and forth, 15, 16, and here it continues counting. So this is the main change. I think kind of it will work better now. I'll upload this as kind of experimental version, so please let me know in the KVR forum or in the comments to this video how it works for you. Is it better or not, comparing to the previous restart on setting?